a time-constrained environment, company commanders will only have a chance to do one course of action. However, there might be times where they can do as many as possible. They should always do as many as possible because it assists in which one is the best course of action. Maybe I overlooked something, and I didn't notice it until later on down the road. The purpose of course of action development is to determine one or more ways one course of action is consistent to accomplish the mission with the highest commander's intent. Any questions on that course of action? All right, next slide, please. Course of action analysis. So let's say we came up with 4 different courses of action. Okay, we're not going to look at them. We're going to determine, we're going to visualize, and identify. We're going to look for things, what makes course of action A better than course of action B. Okay. The leader does this analysis through what's called war gaming, or fighting the course of action against a simulated enemy, if time prevails. Next slide, please. Course of action comparison and selection. If the leader has developed more than one course of action, he must compare them by weighing his outcomes, weighing his advantages and his disadvantages, strengths and weaknesses. The leader finally makes a selection based on his own judgment, the start of the operation, the area of operations, the scheme of maneuvers, and subordinate unit tasks in progress. All right. Now the fun one, CCIRs. CCIRs are information that the commander needs. They help determine what is relevant to mission accomplishment. 2 examples of CCIRs. PIRs, priority intelligence requirements. Hey, can our Avengers make it through this route? Can they go over this bridge? If yes, let's do it. If not, well, we'll try to look for another bridge. Maybe we can find another route over this waterway. Another example is friendly forces information requirements, FFIRs. These are requirements that the commander or the leader put saying that what needs to be accomplished, what he would like to do if something happens to a vehicle, for instance. A good example is, if we lose an Avenger, are we going to bring manpads in? I want to bring manpads in. Let's get them in there. Let's get them ready to go. Any questions on that? CCIR? Next slide. All right, next step, initiate movement. The leader initiates any movement necessary to continue the mission. It may include movement to an assembly area, battle position, a new position, or perhaps a new area of operation. This step can be executed any time throughout the troop leading procedure sequence. All right. 5th step, conduct reconnaissance. The reconnaissance should seek to confirm the priority intelligence requirements. For example, we're going to go down to Foxtrot and see if that river is able to be crossed by Avengers. Obviously, sometimes you can't do it in wartime situations. But if the situation exists, you always want to confirm your priority intelligence requirements. Okay, complete the plan. So we got all this planning done, right? Now it's time to step up and complete it. During this step, the leader takes his selected course of action and puts it in his op order. The leader also prepares overlays, map overlays, things of that nature. He refines the indirect fire list for artillery units. Completes command signal support and Z2 requirements, and also updates his tentative plan based on the related information. The leader prepares his briefing location and then sends his op order to subordinate leaders. 5-paragraph op order format helps paint a picture of all the aspects of the operation. Somebody stand up and read these red aspects of the operation. We'll all do it at once.
Our adjacent friendly unit missions, execute, support, and maintenance.
Awesome. Thank you, Sergeant Brown. So as you can see, these are portions of combat or of an operations order that need to get passed to the troops downrange. All right, issue to operations order. The leader stands up precisely and consistently explains both the commander's intent and the concept on how he envisions taking the unit there. Okay, the operations order does not need to contain unnecessary information. It's important to be concise and to the point. Nice to know information only clouds what our soldiers are trying to get. One more time, thank you. When issuing the op order, the leader must ensure his subordinates understand and share the vision of what needs to be done and how it's to be done. They must also understand the unit's elements and work together to accomplish this mission. All right. Supervising and refining. After issuing the op order, the leader and subordinate leaders must get together and find out exactly what we need to do. What do we need to do before we can go on this mission? We've got PMCS trucks, right? We've got to get ammunition, things like that. Okay, that's things to keep in account. Someone else want to give me some examples of supervising and refining? Supervising and refining an operation vehicles. What kind of things do we need? All right, so one more time, Corporal. Well, here are some examples for you. Jog your memory here. Listing the subordinate operations order. Okay? Observing rehearsals of subordinate units. Checking road plans, VIIs, PCCs. Checking the status of weapons. Checking on maintenance activities. And then also ensuring that your local security is maintained. All right, today we went over a lot of information, right? 8 troop leading procedures. Pretty boring, but it's important. It's important stuff. I know I don't want to follow an unlawful order. I don't want to follow an order that doesn't follow those 8 steps because I don't want to endanger myself or my comrades. Once again, troop leading procedures are a sequence of actions that enable the company commander or leader to use time effectively and efficiently in the planning, preparation, and executing of a mission. One more time, after it. They're a tool used to assist the leader. One more slide. Today I went over briefly, I summarized FM 6-0, that's the Army Planning and Orders Preparation Manual. Also went over Army leadership, and I cheated. I got some information off Wikipedia. All right, next slide. And without further ado, is there any questions about today's brief over troop leading procedures? All right, well, my name is Sergeant Jackson, and thank you.
Take about a 5-minute break.